Speaking of kids, did you see Will
Oh God,
Smith's
yeah.
kids, Jaden and Willow?
What a disaster they turned out to be.
His son showed up at the Grammys with a house on his head. I don't really know what the fuck that's all about. And his daughter wearing nothing underneath that long coat except for her underwear and her bra. Will Smith will let his wife bang other dudes. In fact, his son's best friend, and let his kids show up to the Grammys dressed like this. The guy's a colossal failure. Like, I used to love Will Smith when I was a kid. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, even his earlier movies were great. Independence Day, really, really good. You know, like cool guy sort of stuff. It's just, I don't know, man. You just turn into this like,
Yeah, one of the best actors of our generation, man.
this is the clip that I think you were referencing. So press secretary details some of the insane spending U.S. aid over the past few years: 1.5 million for DEI in Serbia, 70,000 for DEI musical in Ireland, 47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, and 32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I love this check. Check it out.
Through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, 70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, 47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, 32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap. And I know the American people don't either. And that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government. Thank you, guys.
That is awesome. Like,
yeah, crushed it.
Like, even the checks in the White House now are like squared away as proper.
Yeah.
Just properly
done. It's just ridiculous that what's been going on under our noses the entire time. And anybody that still has any sort of belief or any sort of trust in the United States federal government is either a retard or is just has their head buried so deep in the sand they'll never get out. You know, the moment for me that made me realize this stuff was COVID. You know, for a long time, I even tell you, like in college, I was all about this stuff, man. Like I drank the socialist blue pill Kool-Aid. I was like, yeah, like white privilege is a thing, and we need to take care of people that don't have access to this, and you know, racial inequality is due to a systemic issue. It's like none of that shit is true. It's all bullshit. Like it's just, and what's great about the world we live in now is we have statistics to back that up. Like we know that there are patterns at play, and if you're a simple pattern recognizer or a pattern noticer, just start paying attention. I mean, history tends to repeat itself. But these people will try to pull the wool over, and they just need to be able to do it to the majority. They just need to pull the wool over the majority of the people's eyes. That's all that they really need to do. And they're masterfully skillful at making any dissenters or any people that don't buy into this look like crazies and psychos and conspiracy theorists. And, you know, we were talking about Dave Chappelle on the way to the airport, and like, that's what they did to him, man. They were like, listen, and he talks about it in one of his stand-up specials. It's like, if you walk away from this, no one's going to believe you. And not only that, we're going to make you look insane. And that's exactly what happened. Everybody thought he fucked off to Africa, and they're like, he's having a psychotic break. Like Dave Chappelle is having a nervous breakdown. And now we know 20 some odd years later, just about, that none of that is true. But that's when whoever gets to control the narrative essentially controls the truth. And it's, I mean, my God, man, take me back 10 years ago. If I'm talking to my, 20 some odd year self right now, I'm thinking my 30 odd year self is a psycho. That's how much things have shifted for me. It's nuts.
Yeah, that whole Chappelle thing was hilarious. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the Courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.